Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the AfterShock EpiCenter live stream. I'm your host and the communication specialist here at AfterShock Comics, RuthAnn Thompson. Welcome to everybody in the chat here. Leonard, good to see you. And Wanako, good to see you as well with all your burgers, apparently. And I'm very excited to talk about what's coming out for this upcoming new comic book day on Wednesday. Coming up because on March 9th, we're finally coming back with We Live Age of the Palladians. So this is really, really exciting. There was so much story that we actually broke this number one into two separate issues, where basically the year is 2090. This is 6 years after the end of our first run of We Live back in, can't believe it was already 2020, 2021 when we wrapped that up. But now we have these two beautiful issues, and they are completely separate stories, but they happen at the same exact time. So let's get started with We Live Age of the Palladians number one, Black. And like I said, this is 6 years afterwards, and this title, or this specific issue, focuses on the Palladians, like everybody in their powers, all that kind of stuff, and all the missions they've been on. So basically they've been trying to reconnect all of these different power surges to make sure that the population is secure and safe underneath these shield domes, but everything keeps going wrong. Powerlessness corners the Palladians, who fear not being able to protect the city. Everything is black except for the white snow that covers with silence the dying, the black present. Bum, bum, bum. And this issue is gorgeous cardstock, and as you can see, it's a trifold, just like our first issue of We Live 2 years ago. And there is a QR code, just like every single issue from our past series, that has a incredible original music with an artistic animatic to go with it. So make sure you pick that up, as well as the next issue that's coming out as well tomorrow for New Comic Book Day on March 9th, We Live Age of the Palladians number one, White. So this focuses on the people and all the problems that they've been having just within these domes, and trying to stay protected and stay hidden from all these crazy creatures. Because journeying outside the city in search for food is the only thing that is keeping the population alive, but nothing seems enough. Fear opens its way through Megapolis 9 like a crack of great faith that separate most and more of the population from the Palladians. Snow covers the city with a heavy white mantle, invoking oblivion and nothingness. This issue, again, is also a beautiful trifold, as you can see, and has its own song, Different Than Black, in it as well. So make sure when you go to your local comic book shop tomorrow, you pick up one of each, because you're going to need both for when we continue the story with Age of the Palladians number 2. And yes, oh, thank you for the compliment about my glasses. And yes, Hawaiian Punch 12, you must get this in your hands immediately. It is so good. I just reread them today. I read the black issue first and then the white, but when I read the scripts, I actually read the white script first and then the black script. So as the brothers say, you can actually start with either, whichever you prefer. I personally preferred starting with the black issue, so that's why we had it listed this way. And Leonard says, not aware of the brothers' work, looking forward to checking it out. Yes, we were one of the first people to bring them in with We Live, and my goodness, the Miranda brothers are severely talented between the music and the artwork and the story. It's just, both are such a beautiful, beautiful stories. And sorry for the spoilers for anybody who hasn't read the first volume, because yes, it does have a happy ending, but there's always more to strive for, as you can see with this first issues coming back. And we have a beautiful trade paperback coming out for tomorrow's New Comic Day on Wednesday, March 9th. And that is Out of the Blue, the complete series softcover. So this comes from the unstoppable creator, Garth Ennis, and artist Keith Burns. And so both volumes of the gripping original graphic novel are in this 144-page deluxe softcover edition. And this is focused on the Second World War, because it's almost over, but no one seems to have told the Germans, as Royal Air Force pilot Jamie Mackenzie finds out when he's assigned to deadly shipping strikes across the enemy coast. Flying the Mosquito fighter bomber against heavily armed targets is dangerous enough at the best of times, but after incurring the wrath of his vengeful commanding officer, Jamie is assigned the most unpopular navigator in the unit. Not to mention the least reliable aircraft. Worse still, the commander's sights are firmly set on Jamie's beautiful young wife, Beth. But somehow, out of the blue, he's able to save the day. And we have a great quote from Brendan from Doom Rocket says, a great, almost docudrama snapshot highlights a level of pain and brutality that you don't always expect to see in Flyboy stories. And speaking of the incredible Garth Ennis, this Thursday on March 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, you need to join us on all of our social media platforms, whether you watch on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, and we're going to have the incredible Garth Ennis to talk with. So we'll be talking with one of our ambassadors, getting to know them a little bit more, and then we're going to get really down and nerdy with the incredible Garth Ennis. We're going to talk about everything, all of his titles with us, his career. You're welcome to come and ask any questions about any comic book, whether it was AfterShock or not, because I'm sure you got a lot of questions about the boys out there. So make sure you join, because also right afterwards, we're going to have the live sale that includes a gorgeous cover from Mike Ruth of The Lion and the Eagle #1 AfterShock Happy Hour variant. So gorgeous, and we'll be selling it for a cheaper amount starting right when the live sale starts for 24 hours. And so that's going to be your best time to grab that, as well as we're going to have Dreaming Eagles, the complete series hardcover, New York Comic Con 2016 exclusive that was signed by Garth Ennis. We're going to have the Walk Through Hell complete series hardcover. We're going to have a Walk Through Hell metal covers, as well as Jimmy's Bastard metal covers, and those are even signed by Garth Ennis. So we're going to have some incredible stuff for the live sale. So again, this Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern, pour yourself a drink and join me with Garth Ennis, and then stick around for the live sale. There's going to be some incredible, incredible stuff. And Leonard says, damn, Garth is just on fire right now, isn't he? He severely is. And I see that Mike Ruth is in the chat as well. It's gorgeous. I love this cover so much. You are incredible, and always love to be able to work with you for these happy hour exclusives. Coming up in the spotlight for next week, make sure you head to your local, plan on heading to your local comic book shop, because we have Bunny Mask Volume 1, The Chipping of the Teeth, is going to be in shops next week in perfect timing for not only the free comic book day Bunny Mask Tales to come out, but then the following Wednesday after that, we're going to have the brand new #1 of Bunny Mask Volume 2. So make sure you add that to your calendars as well for next week's new comic book day on March 16th. That's going to be one of the many titles that's available. So I highly suggest it for anybody who either didn't pick up all 5 of the issues or want to be able to have it in one beautiful book for your shelves. We also have Fast Approaching coming up, so make sure that you let your local comic book shop know tomorrow when you pick up your new books that you want to add these to your pull list, because they're going to be big deals. So we have The Ocean Will Take Us, and this is going to be in shops on April 6th, but the final order deadline is this coming Monday on March 14th. And this is a very fun, spooky title all about somebody who joins the swim team for their new high school that they join, but there's something a little creepy going on, because the deeper you go, the darker it gets. Bum, bum, bum. And also for all of our Jim Starlin fans out there, it'll be in shops on April 13th, but the order deadline is only 2 weeks away. So make sure you let your local comic book shop know to add this to your pre-sales, because I am so excited for Midnight Rose. It is a very dark and fun title, very much mature audiences only, from writer Jim Starlin and artist Nicole Jelinek. And this is about a creature who uses her sexuality as a weapon, and that's how she hunts, because vengeance is in bloom. Midnight Rose, absolutely gorgeous book that'll be coming out. And always love having you guys here, Mike Ruth and everybody here in the chat. Wonderful to see you. And if there are any fans of AfterShock in the Long Island area, we are still looking for an ambassador. So basically we'd bring you on, train you up really quick, and get you to local comic book shops every month to bring them awesome swag, as well as keeping some of the swag yourself. So if you or somebody you know lives in Long Island, New York, and wants to be a part of the AfterShock team here, please apply today so I can interview you and get you out there. But as always, folks, thank you for joining. Make sure to stay safe out there, wear your masks, keep your distance, wash your hands, and only read dangerously. I will see you all on Thursday for the happy hour.